Greetings, everyone. I hope you're doing well. It is 5 o'clock a.m. on Thursday, August the 20th, and we're going to go ahead and hop in. Only 565 steps, yes. Not as many in, but 565 might be relevant. We're going to hop on in on these Thursdays moving forward. The intention is to conduct an oracle reading. There are additional cards that I will be using, but these are oracle cards for now. All right, so let's hop on in, clear the energy, and see what is figure outable for us. Okay. All right, so my hope is that you are doing well, that all things in accordance to the highest best bliss have been manifesting and are manifesting in your life. As always, for these messages, take what resonates, what you connect with, leave what does not. Please make note of whatever synchronicity, signs, and symbols are most relevant to you. And if you notice something that your guides, my guides, or some guides, spiritual ancestors, ascended masters, or frequencies or vibrations note for you to pick up, do pause at that point when something strikes your soul, raises the hair on the back of your neck, makes you feel like, yes, I can connect with that. That part of the message, or those parts of these messages, are for you. Again, this is a closed comment community for your privacy and protection, as well as for mine. That looks like it's in the reverse. Yep. And I'm excited. What is going on? These cards, unless I flipped them the wrong way. And yes, I did. Okay, I'm glad I caught that. So maybe some of you have been looking over a situation and you have been flipping the narrative. You have been flipping the aspects, the resources to suit you and a certain narrative or perspective, and that should not be the case. Or the perspective that you've been flipping your mind around to believing is the reason why the outcome is not the case. That there are, ooh, look at these three. That there are other perspectives to consider. And that very well could be the case. Again, here on this channel, we hold ourselves accountable. And what we're seeking to do is figure it out. Give ourselves as much advance notice on looking at ourselves, analyzing ourselves, questioning ourselves, our intentions, our belief systems, our actions, and the impact that our actions and thinking have on us and also on others. And we note that other people's actions right now, quite possibly and potentially, influence our life in known and unknown ways. But we start with the self first. So I'm super grateful to have this opportunity to share my unique perspectives, gifts, talents, abilities, and values with you all, with the interpretation that I have and that the guides of mine have for you in each and every single one of these readings. We are each unique beings and vessels, and I'm grateful for that in some ways. Not always, because those of us who are low vibrational, who seek to come out here and hurt, especially the innocents, to engage in things like ex-trafficking and human trafficking and things like child molestation. Yeah, I don't get down with supporting those type of people or thinking that there's even a second chance. If you, for some reason, are able to vibrate at the mindset level, the action level, the desire level to cause harm to another, to steal their free will. I don't get down with that. And if anything, I feel like there should be swift and immediate and assured permanent consequences, so that if that person, we're not going to call them a victim, ever wakes up in the middle of the night from a nightmare ever again, reflecting on that horrible, traumatic, unrighteous lifetime experience, they can be rest assured that that person is no longer here, cannot cause you or anyone like you, or just another being or vessel or soul, harm. I like them being able to rest assured on that. It's not possible. Okay. Seeing Tut, I saw Jesus, even though we don't have enough S's. Pus, infection. We have vet and pet and jet. And I don't know why I'm even thinking up of usurp. All right, but let's hop on in and see what the energy guides want to relay. This is going to be a quick one. So there are threats that some of you are experiencing right now in either money, life, or violence. And I was just talking about, and I'm going to spell this out by looking for more letters. I was just talking about this trafficking and human trafficking. Somebody's privacy right now is being violated. We all know to many degrees, especially after September 11th here in the United States with the Patriot Act, the degree of monitoring and phones and electronic devices and TVs, listening in and monitoring what you're watching, and how long you're watching it is a real thing. There's not a question. How ads are truly tailored to the conversations you have around your phone. You could be talking with a friend and saying things like, where do you want to meet up to have lunch today? Do you want to go to Quiznos to get a sub? Do you want to go to Subway? Do you want to go to Jersey Mike's? Do you want to go to a local mom and pop, sub sandwich place? And sure enough, by the time you get your keys, get down to the parking garage, I'm hearing hop your tail on that bus. Or I actually heard specifically hop your ass on that bus to meet them right there to get that sub sandwich. You look down at your phone just scrolling and you see a doggone coupon ad or a commercial infomercial on YouTube for some doggone subs. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Everything is intentional. Everything is on purpose. So that's an example of that, you being told of it. I know another big example that popped up to me is now how if you were watching a video on YouTube and it's long for whatever extended amount of time, if you have not touched your phone or thumbed up or thumbed down, scrolled in that app, in that application, for whatever period of time it is that they have set up in their algorithm, it will literally ask you at the bottom of the screen, are you still watching? Whether it be on your TV or on your phone. And you have to hit yes in order for it to continue playing, to keep playing. Otherwise, it pauses to see, hey, are you paying attention? As if we're tracking to see if you're paying attention to the information we're putting out or what you've tuned in for. Why is that any of your business if I'm still paying attention or not? It could simply be something I want playing in the background as like random noise music, like white noise music, gray music. But so threats might be something that some of you are thinking about right now. And next card out is the Devil. So confirmation of this negative, low vibrational energy. And it says temptation, deceit, infernal, cunning, and betrayal. So yes, someone right now in your life and energy that somebody is embodying or that you are embodying. I'm hearing even you could be a threat in a positive way. Something is attempting to tempt you, to sway you, to be cunning toward you. And what it's going to lead to is the last word up here, which is betrayal. All right, watch out for that. So the V for violence is right here on the board. This P for privacy on this card is out here on the board. Again, we have the T for temptation out here. We also see the I don't know why I was going to say the B for betrayal, but it's not here. So the timeline in June, potentially in the past, is when you became aware of this first aspect of this narrative, that there are threats coming from people, employers, community members, neighbors, family members, significant others, and you see them as embodying this infernal, this devil, this tempt you to be low vibrational, think opposite of optimistic, betray your true self, your higher self, your consciousness type of behavior. Some of this might have come up in this past June because that's most present energy, and we focus on present energy. We have 2s, 5s, and 6s. So when I think about these two cards being negative, I'm thinking about the 2. So maybe some of you have seen 2 or 22 anywhere. Just those two numbers back to back. We're going to go ahead and do the bottom row, present energy. It also could be a time for some of you where you're saying, I'm coming out of this mentality mindset time period of feeling like there are threats all around me. And what I'm actually going to change my narrative to, because I have the power to, is noting that there are miracles all around me, or there is the one miracle that I know is there for me. And this dream and these dreams, excuse me, because dreams on this card is plural, my dreams are coming true. I am getting right now what I want. Abracadabra, as I think, so it does exist. Shreem Brazil, I am manifesting. Those two very powerful alchemical terms. Abracadabra, as I think in my head, as I see it in my head, as I feel it in my heart, so it physically manifests for me. And Shreem Brazil, okay, terms to say and meditate on. Next, we have here martial arts master. We got us some Bruce Lee on the board. Okay, be like water. Whatever element you need to operate in for that phase and season of your life. If you need to be like vapor, be like vapor. Be there, be gone. If you need to be ice, be still, hard, solid, and unmovable in your resolve in how to act, behave, and think in this particular phase and season of your life. If you need to be like water, flow around the sides of the rocks and the riverbeds, up the sides of the mountain rocks and the cliffs. Move that soil out of the way if you need to as you are rushing by. Fall off the cliff and make a beautiful waterfall. Drop down like rain. Whatever you need to exist like, I'm hearing exist as, be that. Make your body and your mind malleable, movable for the circumstances that you are needing and can and are capable of triumphing over. So you're being told right now, at this present season, you are master. You are building master capabilities. You are building a master mind. Again, water is here on the board and it says profound. And this has a profound impact. Your actions, the positivity, the energy, the effort that you ping from your body, from your brain, from your heart, it trickles out. It sends a resonance, a frequency that others sense, that they notice, that they become impacted by. And it's not always told to you or articulated by you. You just receive more of a calm, receive more of assurance, receive more of a silence to proceed forward in discernment. And it is noticed. And some people will actually open up their mouth and tell you, sometimes, and more likely than not, unfortunately, depending on their vibration, it might be in a low vibrational way, like, girl, my dude, something about you has changed. You trying to come off as all zen. What you watching? Some Buddha videos, some Hindu videos. What you trying this new chapter in your life? All right, I see you. I like you. Gonna try for a while. Then when you gonna get back over here with us? You know, hang out with your boys or come be with your crew. You know, your girls. We miss you. You've been all on this whole solitude thing. You have two M's out here. This is your miracle season for some of you right now. You have identified a threat and you are flipping the narrative. You have identified the devil energy in your life and around your life, and you have decided it's not going to be something that I let betray me. It's not something I let deceive me. It's not something I let tempt me. It's something that I am mastering. I think I told you all a long time ago, one of the personal mantras I wrote on my personal board when I get up and work out in the AMs is, it says, anything attempting to overpower me is teaching me that this is an opportunity to take my power back. Anything that is attempting to overpower me is an opportunity to teach me and show me I right now have the ability, the capabilities, the pause enough, the discernment enough, the knowing enough to see this thing coming at me, and I will take my power back over it. Be like water, baby. And then it says in August. So we are right now in August, and this is wild. So again, progression of steps. You are receiving your miracles right now in August because you are choosing to master something. You see it coming. You were operating on it. In June, you recognized and authorized yourself to acknowledge these threats and to not lie to yourself and to just kick them to the side. Okay, coming over here with these next 6. The answer is, what are you being called to do? Reject this energy. Negate it. Say, never again, ever will I ignore my first mind, my higher self thinking, my pattern recognition skills and abilities, which we all have and can operate from and do find success when we do operate from these places. But you're simply forbidding yourself to ignore things. When you see a thing, when a thing hits your spirit, when a thing hits your soul, it hits you. You were allowed to recognize it for such a time as this for a reason. It's something that could have crossed your path many of times, and you did not have the sight, the discernment, the pause, the slow down, the realization enough within self of being enough on the same page, enough in the same lane in your true